Okay, so I've never really done this. I've never really explained in detail what my songs look like, so bear with me. This is my greatest track so far. It's called Where Are We? It's 4 minutes long. It's a weird mix of future bass and melodic complextro. It's got my signature sine bells here and there. Yeah, let's just get right into it. Alright, so right off the bat, we kick off strong with the kick impact and the little... This is a clap sample, but I reversed it. I don't know why I picked the clap sample. That happened almost 4 weeks ago when I decided to do that sample, so it's not... I don't understand why I picked it. It just sounds nice. Yeah, both of these are from free sample packs. They're very good sample packs. Kishmer's... Where is Kishmer's thing? Yeah, Kishmer Volume 2, very good. Styx FX Toolkit, very good. This is just automating the volume so it sounds less like that. The bass is just a bass. It's saws, filter, low pass filter, a little bit of distortion, compressor, EQ, yada yada. This is a preset, I did not make that. The wow pad is something I did make. Very cool sound, very cool sounds. A lot of LFO on filter 1, filter 2, and levels for each synth. You can watch. None of the chords are sustained that long for you to hear the full beauty of the pad, but it works. The chords, pretty simple: minor, weird major, minor, and major, but the F is not in the key of F sharp minor, so you have to change up the ambience for it to work. So we have A and then G sharp. So if we do... You could do it, you could work with it like this, but it wouldn't sound in tune. So that's why I changed up the ambience there. EQ, that's making sure I believe... No. Where is your source? Is that the wow pad? That might be for the bass. Yes, that is for the bass. The bass has a bit of a low pass on the EQ for it. It's got the sub cut out because the sub kicks in here. Sine saw plucks. Pretty cool. Made this myself. Sine saw. It's a pluck. What can I say? It's got delay, ping pong. It sounds kind of funky because the frequency is half as slow on the left side. Like if you were to bump it up to... It'd sound like that. Sounds a bit weird. Probably messed with the mix here and there, but I like it. It sounds nice. Reverb. It's reverb. It works. There is a Nexus pluck. Percussion loop. I don't know where I got this. I think I got it from a... Nope. Okay, I got it from a Ghost Hack Cinematic Sound Effects I got it from Ghost Tax Drum Hero. It's a good loop. I like it. It's for 172. Probably meant for drum and bass, but it works for this. Simple drum loop, snares, layered snares, hi-hats. Nothing crazy. The piano's playing the melody. Okay, it sounds like that because the automation is off when you go into playlist. You go into the piano. Yeah, because I use this piano later on in the song to sound all cinematic-y and out of tune. And to do that, I use an effect called Cymatics Origin. You can see they're all these are all disabled at the moment because we don't want it to sound out of tune. Yeah, Origin is great. It's a bit weird to work with, but I like it. So we are building to the more intense bit of the verse with an uplifter, an arp thing. It's self-explanatory. The reverb goes higher, the saturation goes higher, cutoff goes higher. It makes it sound cool. So this neat thing is I initially used the lead 1 as a lead, but then I realized it sounded better as a Rhodes. It's pretty cool. And if you get rid of the reverse reverb, it sounds crap. Sounds a lot better. Just leads right into it. And to build up into the build, it's this sample here that sells it, I think. I got a few other I got an uplifter there. The arp goes a little crazy. You can hear it. It just builds up into the ARP thing. So there's a second ARP synth. I don't know why I did 2 different ARP synths, but that's how... Wait, did I do 2 separate ARP synths? Yeah, I did. So... yeah, so let's listen to the build. Strong kick, keeping tempo, sine sol plucks. It's just playing the same. Just keeping tension, building tension because it's playing the same thing. It's like, okay, when is it going to resolve? Same chord, it's building tension. The lead, again, building tension. That's what you gotta do. You gotta build tension to the drop and then resolve it. Actually, I don't think we've listened that far into it. Ah, the riser. That was a Vital synth, I believe. Riser. Yep. Made it myself. Not too crazy. Unison. Like 13 voices, some delay, no effects, low pass filter. Wait. There we go, now you can see me. I don't know why, I just like the double impact. Makes it sound better. We have a tonal downlifter. it works really well with the, not that. It works really well with this riser. We got a orchestral snare fill. They're actually not the same snare. Two different samples. One of them is panned to the... They're not panned here. They are panned in the mixer. Yes, they are panned in the mixer, not on the actual sample like I usually do. Lagged because I hit Control S. Crash transition. It's quiet. You don't really hear it, but it does something in the background. Yeah, these rides, don't really hear them. You don't really hear them, but they're there. They help build more tension. Piano build, we have... This is actually the same lead that's used in the drop here. It's just high-passed. Yeah, it's pretty simple. That's to... I don't know why I did that. I guess I put the piano like that to tease the chords in the drop. And this is the actual growl used in the drop. It's just high passed. This fill took me, no joke, this fill took me hours. Hours split over multiple sessions. I kept finding things to pick at until I was like, okay, it sounds good, we're leaving it alone. We're also cutting out the low frequencies on the master using EQ. And just, yeah, we'll just watch this. That just helps with getting the build quiet before the drop, so the drop sounds a lot louder and a lot more full. At least I think it does. It makes it sound better, so I do it. I believe that is all of the build. Yeah. So just hop into the drop. This drop took me forever. It's probably my first time working with Complextro like this, so let's just listen to the whole thing. Yeah, it's let's get this over here. It's pretty interesting. It's very unorthodox. That's why I labeled it unorthodox. Start off with a pretty simple, and then little arpeggio. Actually, let me explain what I did for the bass. So it's one bass. Okay, what effects are going on this? Let's lower that. There we go. So this bass is something I made myself. I'm very proud of it. This waveform is made by me pushing around with some buttons after watching an Al5 tutorial. I don't know how to pronounce his name, but how do you pronounce Al5? AU5, okay. AU5. So I was listening to a tutorial by AU5 because I was like, I have no idea how to make a dubstep bass, so we'll watch one tutorial and then just figure it out from there. I watched half of the tutorial, and I made this sick bass. So it's zero hyper, a little bit of dimension, and the growl actually comes from a sinefold distortion. It's very slight, but it's a very, very delicate thing. I had to play around with that for about 30 minutes before I got it worked out. Chords. It's F minor, F sharp minor 7th. Actually. It's nothing crazy. Just a lot of notes, a lot of chords, presets that I didn't make. It's all Serum. Plucky bass. This is something I made. I'm very proud of this bass. Let's just solo it. LFO controlling filter. There's distortion, diode 2 distortion, a little bit of dimension, a little bit of hyper, some chorus. Again, that's my waveform. I really, really like. It's a saw wave. It's a sub that goes directly out, so it sounds loud. Nothing crazy. Arpeggio. This is a synth I made. I'm very proud of this. So all it's doing is F sharp minor 7th, or no, it's not doing it. It's doing F sharp minor with a B in there, and then F sharp minor 7th. Nothing crazy. It sounds cool. How did I make it? Saw my wave thing. No effects actually. Forgot I didn't put any effects on it. Did I do anything in the mix or bass? Crap. Ozone Imager did not load. We're going to replace it, and we are going to pray that I remember what I did. Actually, I don't think the Ozone Imager was doing anything in the first place. We're just gonna delete it. So, yeah, for the growl, I'm automating the growl. I'm automating the growl. It's nothing fancy. It's nothing like it's nothing fancy. Drums, they're nice and simple. 4 on the floor, but at 165 BPM. Nothing up here. Yeah. Chords. It sounds good. It actually comes from these chords actually come from later in the song, in the finale. And then I just put in the very generic melody here. Only thing I don't like about this lead is that it's very airy. It doesn't have an impact. Let's see. So, a lot of EQ. A lot of EQ, because I was trying to work out. Basically, it sounded bad in the finale and in the drop everywhere, so butt ton of EQ fixed that. This is an EQ that's only used in the finale. We got a soft clipper going. I don't believe the soft clipper is doing anything. Yeah, it's not. Reverb. We got Ozone Imager. Oh, it actually loaded. Awesome. If it wasn't doing that, it'd sound very... It sounds more in front of you when you have those on Imgur doing its thing. Sine bells. This is a zero reverb sine bell, but it has a lot of fall off. It just makes it easier to work with without automating reverb. That is a shameless copy of Seamless R, or Seamless. You probably know who I'm talking about. The guy who has... a... Get this... Loom, you gotta get out of the way, man. Thank you. The guy who has a bunch of demo songs. This guy. Seamless R. This guy. You know who I'm talking about. Let's go back to... Alright, Loom, you can go back here. Loom, you can go back there. Okay, so that's what this is. That's what this automation is. It's a shameless copy of what he does. But whatever. It sounds cool, so I'm stealing it. This is the same fill from the build. Automating volume here, so it sounds like the bass is getting a little bit quieter, because before I automated the volume, this second bit, it didn't sound like it had the same oomph. It has a little more oomph. And then I was lazy, didn't even put a new melody. Well, actually, I had, before the project came to this, it was a lot of different melodies, but I found I liked it best when it was the same melody throughout the whole thing. I don't know if that's laziness or genius, but we'll see what the people think. Yeah, this isn't anything crazy. It's the same reverb reverse clap from the front of the song. It's the double impact that I really like. I believe I panned this. Or was it this? Wait, which one did I pan? Oh no, I didn't pan this because Vubo was telling me that it sounded like percussion was here. There was no percussion. It was very panned. One of these was very panned to the left, and this one was... Alright, open up. Oh, CPU is spiking when I click. That was an issue. That is an issue, so that's that one. Basically, I had these pans, and Vubo didn't like that, and when I listened to it, I didn't like it either, so I stopped panning it. The arpeggio is building at the end of the drop. The bass goes out. Some people said that they didn't like that the bass stayed there at the same volume. I like it like that, so it's staying like that. So I think that's everything with the drop. It's not that crazy once you really look at it. It's just a lot of different stuff. And I've never really made Complextro. I've just made future bass and progressive house. That's really been what I make. And cinematic stuff for Radiance of Light. But other than that, this is really this was a huge leap out of my comfort zone for drops, so I'm very proud of how it came together. Oh, we didn't address the elephant in the room. Nothing is like on the four. Nothing's on like the groups of four bars. It's all very split out and not really orthodox. It's very, very unorthodox. Like I said, this is my first time messing around with Complextro. It sounds cool, so it's staying that way. Then verse 2, it's basically a ripoff of the first verse. You get a new impact, new thing into it, new riser into it. You get the sine sol plucks right off the bat. You may have heard this sound a lot in my previous songs. It's because I freaking love this preset. It's from Ultrasonic's Future Bass pack, Volume 3. No. Ultrasonic's Future Bass Essentials Volume 2. It's insane. They got Spire, Serum, and Silent sound bakes. I don't have Spire. I don't think you need it. Honestly, you could just get away with just Vital, but younger me was dumb and paid for Serum and Silence, so I gotta work with what I got. It's a very cool sound. It's a cool sound. I love it. Oh, we didn't cover the leads in the first verse, so it's the same leads. Same leads. So lead 1 is kind of like a weird. It's a weird Rhodes thing. This one, another lead from Ultrasonic. This is a lead from Styx's free chill toolkit. It is amazing. It's awesome. It's powerful. I like it. It has a little bit of the vocals thing. It just gives it this nice sound. Sign Bells and Spelldosa. Spelldosa, it's Wintergatten's. What's that by on this? It's Wintergatten's little music box thing. It's very cool. Got some nice options you can work with. It's beautiful. It sounds awesome. It's worth the $10 if you want to have a sound that is very well associated with another artist, which is something I did not consider until after purchasing this. But it's just $10. It sounds cool. I'm probably going to put it in the background of some songs from now on. Sign Bells. I'll tell you it's Silence. I will tell you that. You got to figure it out on your own. Yeah, so it's basically a slight build. We got, that's the wrong one. We have tonal riser. We got the double impact again. The ARP thing is building up to just increasing tension right before, and then resolving it in the drop. This drop is labeled "I Got No Effing Clue," and I've told many people that this drop went through a million revisions, and you have no idea. Let's just look at the past. Actually, let me just see. Desktop. Where's music? We have all of these little files. I don't know why the Lotus Splash remix stuff is in here. Yeah, so all of these files are like my mental version control system for this song. Everything went through so many revisions. It's not even actually. How many hours do I have on this? Well, we'll figure that out later because FL Studio is lagging. Nope. Okay, almost 30 hours, and that does not count the amount of. That probably doesn't cover the 2 hours I've spent listening to it outside of FL Studio. Yeah. We're gonna ignore that I was rambling for 2 minutes. I was just explaining that. Yeah. It's pretty obvious that I have not done this before. Thank you, Vubo. Thank you for the idea to have this bass here. Sounded way better than this. Now this drop is a lot more orthodox in the sense that it's not all over the place. It's very 4 on the floor, very big emphasis on the bars. If that makes sense. I don't think it does, but it's how it makes sense to me. So this chord has these notes. This chord has these notes. Okay. Basically, I added an E on top. There was no E here. That's why it sounds a little bit interesting. I say Neuro. It's not really a Neuro bass, but I called it Neuro. But we got the filter on it. We don't want the filter. You might notice I cut it off a little bit before. That's just to give this bass a little bit of room. Just a little bit of room to breathe. Sine bells, underrated. It just makes everything better. We got that same reverse clap. Very cool. I wish I made these basses, but I didn't. So basically, it's a weird version of the unorthodox drop, just a little bit more orthodox. It's definitely unorthodox. It's weird. But it sounds cool. I like it. Other people like it. My mom doesn't like it because of the Neuro bass. But can't please everyone. So this is where the vinyl crackle starts. It's just from Somatic's Life. Very cool sample pack. Really, really good. Highly recommend it. They're not paying me to say this. I panned it a lot to the left because a lot of the sounds were coming from the right ear and I wanted it a little more centered. This is where the automation for the piano, the Sound Goodizer, Somatic's Origin, and Reverb start. I don't know why this is curved, but it's curved. Yeah, my laptop can't handle effects turning on in the middle of this song, apparently. Okay, why does it sound so bad? Bless me. Piano's pretty simple. It's the same chords as the drop, but it's stretched to be twice as long. I intentionally designed it so that it would be playable, or at least somewhat playable for human hands, because I'm going to see if I can convert this song into piano format for church. Because my church wanted me to play a song this March, and I'm like, okay, can I play something I made? And they said, why not? So I got less than 2 months to figure it out. So that'll be fun. We got bass cello from it's just the tonic notes from every chord. It's Spitfire's symphony orchestra thingy. You gotta wait about 2 weeks to get it for free, but it's well worth it. I would not pay $50 for this. It's not that great, but for free, it's pretty good. That doesn't make sense. If you've never heard of this, which you should have, you can wait. You can send an appeal. Hey, I want this for free because I'm a student or something like that. And if they accept your appeal, you get it for free. And from my perspective, it's very easy to get this for free. So why spend $50 on it? Just wait 2 weeks. Or if you're impatient, spend $50 on it. But this is not worth $50. It's not. Like, it's not. You don't get that much control over everything. You get the full orchestra, but it's not that great. It's pretty obvious to tell that it's a sampled thing. So this is where we start building tension. This is the Sine Sol Plux. It's up here. It's basically the same rhythmic element. It has the same rhythmic elements as the intro. It sounds a little more active because it has the delay. If we take the delay out, oh, come on. So yeah, that's why I put the delay in, because it sounds a little more alive. These deep impacts, they're just bass. I believe I put some reverb on them. Yeah, Ozone Imager, freeze to load. I know I made these wider. Oh, that's a neat. What does it look like on? That looks pretty cool. Sterilize it. Yeah, I mean, we're here for sound, but if the sound looks pretty, that's pretty cool. Reverb, pretty basic. Huge decay, huge size, lots of wet, no delay. I don't know why I did no delay. This is where I put the spell. This is also where I put in some Spelldosa, Wintergatten's thing. Pretty cool. It just makes it sound a little more natural. I tried doing it with BBC Spitfire's tuned percussion, but I realized the tuned percussion is not that great. It doesn't have the quality I wanted. The Spelldosa had the quality I wanted. I could not. This is trumpets. This is tenor trombone, bass trombone. So we'll find out if I goof something up. Just some basic orchestral hits. Lots of reverb. Filter. Love filter on it. Nothing crazy. It just gives it a little bit of rhythm, a little bit of background sound. The pad is the wow pad, and oh no, that's the quiet wow pad. Because of the way I made the wow pad, you can't really control how loud it can get. So I had to make another version of it. I just copied it and tweaked it a bit so it's a quieter wow pad. This pad is a thing from Spitfire Audio's Labs sampler. Labs is amazing. It's free. It's got a lot of crazy stuff. I'm pretty sure there's stuff you got to pay for to have in it, but a lot of the organic textures, a lot of the weird sounds in it are great for free. What should I play? Let's do a... Set that a bit higher. Oh, I hit the upper limit. It's beautiful. It's an extremely beautiful pad. I have it turned way the heck down. Yeah, it's beautiful. It's amazing. I have Ozone Imager on it. I had Ozone Imager on it. Now I have Ozone Imager on it, sterilizing it. So the reason I put this wow pad in, not just for building up to the finale, also to introduce elements from previous parts of the song, so it all sounds like it's part of the same song. There was a time when none of the parts of the song sounded like they were in the same song, and I probably spent 2 days reworking everything so it would sound like it was part of the same song. So we got a basic kick. It's a really quiet kick. We have the same Sine-Sol Plux arcs. Spelldosa, it stays pretty loud, but it gets muffled out by other things. So this trumpet trombone, it's the main melody in the drop, or the final drop. You can see the main melody repeats 6 times. and the secondary melody repeats twice. It's very repetitive, but it's very, very beautiful, very, very powerful. I did a piano roll kind of sound for the arpeggio, or for the arpeggio. The reason it sounds bad when you have is because I've had swing on for the whole dang song. So just for this section, I turned swing off. I turned the main swing of the song off just for this. How long is this? It's barely 1 second long. If you look up, if you're looking here at the hint panel, it tells you how long, what second, minute, and second of the song you're at. We could just drag it, and we can figure out exactly how many centiseconds it is. 82 minus 9 is 71. So yeah, 0.71 seconds. The main swing is off. I gently bring it down because I don't know if I can't hear. I can't tell if it affects anything negatively. So okay, what the flip? Sir. Link to controller. New link. I don't like that I have so many stupid. Cancel. Filter cut. ARP lead. Filter cutoff number 2. Link to controller. New link. Filter control 2. Filter control 2. Pain in the butt. This is a pain in the butt. You probably already, if you're watching this and you're actually observant, you probably already spotted it and you're just cringing as I can't find something that's in my own song. Wait, where actually is it? Actually, filter cutoff too. Okay. Encountered an error. Oh crap! No, this is not okay. All right, so you're getting a desktop reveal. We're closing FL Studio. Whoa, desktop. You get it for 2 seconds. Have fun. And now we are loading up the song again, and it's going to take a whopping 20 seconds. Yeah, it's going to take something like 20 seconds. I've been timing it recently. It's crazy. It's a huge project. I'm very proud of it, honestly. It's... Considering I haven't practiced music production that much, I only implemented deep work. I only implemented doing this early in the morning. Before everything, like right after I get out of bed, right after I brush my teeth and stuff, I just work on this for a few hours and then breakfast. I haven't done anything crazy. I haven't learned any new skills. I just implemented deep work, high quality sleep, and doing this first thing in the morning. That's the only thing I did, and my music production ability went through the roof. For where I'm at, I'm still at level 20 out of 100. Okay, why are you retarded? Alright, because this is supposed to be low pass. So we're going to get to the bottom of this. We drag it through the whole song. Does the filter control change? No, it does not. That is concerning. That's because it's the ARP lead. Okay, what about in the start? So we are deleting that. We're going to create a new automation thingamabob. We're going to start it. Yeah. For some reason clicking spikes the CPU. Probably because there's a bazillion things in here, which is very sad, but okay. Boom. The reason I start this before is because I don't know if the initial value is different. I don't know if the initial value is going to mess with it. So if we see that's a very obvious example. If you do it like right next to it, you hear this little dum, and you don't want that dum. You want it to start at the quiet. Like that. Oh, now it's off by a little bit. This snare roll, custom made. It was a pain in the butt. Probably an hour of work alone went into it. Not an hour, more like 20 minutes, but it was a lot just to make it sound as perfect as possible. They're not panned here. They're panned in the filter. They're panned in the mixer. I'm getting everything mixed up today. So this ARP is supposed to build tension or lead up to happiness or something, something along those lines. The Speldosa and the Seinsaw Plux, they've been playing the same dang ARP for 20 seconds now, so there's a lot of tension. Now that we got the the ARPs have cut out. The ARPs have cut out, so the arpeggios that are these things, that's cut out. So it's like, whoa, where are we going? We got the last chord. Everything is being high passed by the master. We got a riser, cinematic riser from Ghost Hack. We got the trumpet trombone teasing the main melody of the finale. Here, I'll just play the snare loop on its own because it's pretty cool. Nothing too crazy. I should cut this off. So this fill here was a lot of work. We got a tape stop, we got a fill that is made up of new sounds, or not necessarily new, but sounds that we haven't really heard in the other fills. Actually, no, I took a lot of the sounds from here into the other fills. So drums for the, yeah, that's basically it for the build. It's a crazy good fill. We bring down the... We slowly turn off the high pass to build for the drum. Very beautiful, very emotional, very powerful. That's the whole emotional build. I'm sure you've heard it a million times in songs, so I'm not going to play it. We're going to... Let's listen to a little bit of the build and then the drop, and then I'll explain my thought process in the drop. if you hear my laptop fans going, yeah, that's how intense this drop is. The drop builds up with the chords and the plucky bass. Same lead for the whole dang drop, just because it's so simple and so happy. The whole point of the song "Where Are We?" I wanted to build with negativity, like, oh, we might actually run out of, like, basically it's a story about humanity, how we all focus on the negative, but the drops are supposed to show us that, hey, humanity has so much potential right now. We are about to become an interplanetary species. That's going to be insane. In the next 2 centuries, we're going to be traveling to the stars. It's going to be crazy. So I made this song just to kind of embody that. We can look at all the negative crap. We can look at all the politics. We can look at all the wars. We can look at all that. But we got to remember that we are all humans, and we are just a tiny speck trying to understand its place in the universe. And we're about to become interplanetary. Like, that's happening in the next 50 to 100 years. That's insane. So the drops are supposed to show that. Especially the final drop is supposed to be like, yeah, our potential is insane. So that's why the build is so emotional. That's why a lot of the verses are sad sounding, and then the drops are happy or something like that sounding. Because I don't think there's anything more cool than the fact that we are going to become an interplanetary species very soon. This is the biggest leap our species will take soon. And it's going to be crazy. So that's why I made this song. That was a bit of a rant, but that's why the drop is so happy sounding and so triumphant, if that explains it. The drop isn't anything crazy. It's just the same chords. Let's go to this one. So you can actually hear the melody in the chords. It's just something I threw in there. This fill here was crazy. I cannot tell you how many times, how many things I had to do to get this low pass filter effect to work on the chords and leads. That's one of the reasons why there are so many EQs here and on the chords. There's not that many on the chords, but... And yet my laptop is so taxed, it still can't render it properly in real time, so it's whatever. But it's not the best, but it is 90% there. It is 95% there. So I'm leaving the low pass filter effect the way it is. There's a tape stop on the double impact. So we have another sample from Somatic's Life. It is a sizzling steak on a grill. It makes for a very nice organic sounding uplifter. I actually used that a bunch in the emotional build. It's a very nice organic sound. I like it. It's beautiful. This lead here, I don't know what I was doing. I was like, okay, let's just come up with something. Banged this out in 5 minutes. It sounded cool, so I kept it. That's the thing with impacts. I don't like them to last throughout my drop. I want them to cut out. I want them to emphasize that, yeah, we just hit a new part of the drop, or we hit a part of the drop. But I don't want it to go through the whole drop, because if we just drag it out, it's a little bit distracting, at least for me. So I just like it to be cut off by the snare and just keep going. It's pretty cool. This is just an ARP, same ARP from the rest of the song. Building, dry, wet, saturation, cut off, all that. I think that's it. Dang, I've been recording for over an hour. Let's recap. So, intro and verse and build is supposed to build up to despairedness, desperate, sad, bad, negative emotions, and then suddenly, oh yeah, we're going to the stars. It's life is good. We're fine. It's not like there's a global hunger, or sure, there's sad stuff going on. There's the Ukraine-Russia war. There's the Israeli-Hamas conflict. There's the American politics. Everyone, I don't get why everyone is so easily triggered. Like, politics, we shouldn't be so violent about it. Like, if you're not American, here's the recap. A lot of us Republicans think that Biden cheated the election back in 2016, and the media won't stop trying to crap on Trump, and Biden basically doesn't have a brain. I feel really bad for the guy. Like, I don't think he's a bad person. I just think there's someone controlling him, because you see all the memes. He walked off in the middle of some important thing. He's not in his right mind, and it's really sad. So basically, American politics fell apart because everything's so polarized and violent and rawr, rawr, rawr. Like, we don't need to get all violent about it. It's just, yeah. I'm not gonna get too deep into it. Basically, the build is supposed to be like, oh yeah, the world's ending, and then oh wait, it's not, because we're gonna be interplanetary soon. We're fine. And then verse 2 is like, it might be really bad. Elon Musk bought Twitter. That's so bad. And it's like, no, we're going to be interplanetary. This is crazy. Emotional build. We're gonna be interstellar. So, dang, we're going to be an interstellar species one day. Think about that. Like, we're just little machines made of atoms and molecules and proteins, and we're made of all these small things working together. And then at the macro scale, we have millions of humans working together. Not millions. We have thousands of humans working together to make humanity interplanetary. Like, that's what this last drop is supposed to symbolize. It's supposed to symbolize, like, we are capable of amazing, amazing stuff. Alright, I hope this video explains my thought process on how I made this. Let me put this here so it looks like I'm looking at you. I hope this explains my thought process. I hope that you understand a little bit of what I was thinking and what I was doing throughout this song. if you watched to the end, thank you. It's probably very obvious that I've not made a video like this before. I only did like 2 5-minute tests beforehand to make sure I had audio and video recording correctly, and then I was like, okay, screw it, let's do it. So, yeah, it's... Okay, what? FL Studio, what? Okay, there we go. So, yeah, it's nothing too crazy, it's just a song. I think I explained everything in it. I don't think I spilled any of my true secrets, like my sign bells. Have a nice day, have a nice night, wherever you may be. Yeah.